one?
It meant everything. I like the way that we started off strong. Uh, we practiced that. These hard practices make the game easier. When you practice hard and you get the result that you did, it's satisfying. But we gotta stack that every week.
So what's been the focus this week? What's been kind of the message to go from week 1 to week 2?
That SIU's not no pushover team. The top 15 team. What's it? It's a FCS. Is that what it's called? So yeah, they're a good team. So we got to come with the mindset like they're a top 5 team in the country. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing in D-line. As far as just every play, we trying to stack because we ain't gonna treat no opponent different because of their name.
What stands out when you watch them? What do they do well?
They're good run offense. They're gonna double. They're gonna try to get you with power. They're mainly all over 315. So they're gonna use their body. They're gonna use their size. So just make sure we stay low, stay leveraged. Just attack.
Specifically relating to run defense, what can your defense do better than it did in week 1?
We can get more pressure. I feel like play on their side of the line of scrimmage. I think if we do that more, no team will be able to stop us. Because when you play on their line of scrimmage, it messes up everything as far as the quarterback runs or the running back runs or anything that's going on. You play on their line of scrimmage, you can't do nothing.
Just talk about the depth. You guys rotate a lot of guys up front. The value of having all that depth up front.
Well, I like it because, bigger body, when you're able to refresh and go back out there and give you all, that's lovely. But I feel like, Coach Green, he's confident enough to, rotate guys because, our room is good. And he's confident in the players that we got. So, yeah.
What letter grade would you give yourself from last week?
I give myself like a B. I was in some plays, but, technique-wise, I can always get better at that. So that's one thing I'm trying to work on from week 1 to week 2. Is get my technique right, get my fundamentals right, because I know I'm strong, and all that. But if I'm able to play low, if I'm able to play with the right technique, I'll be able to make a lot more plays.
Did you have to deal with a lot of double teams last week?
No, not last week. Ball State was more of a stretch type team, so it was more just how stretch goes. So it's like chasing more. So this week I will be getting more double teams. So see how that goes.
This coaching staff's really emphasized the process and getting better every single day. What are some areas you feel like yourself and this defense have improved in from the time you guys got done playing Ball State to now?
I feel like for myself, just like I harped on technique-wise, I feel like I've gotten better technique from last practice and this practice. As far as the team, I feel like we're running to the ball good, and I feel like we're communicating real good. So that's one thing that's from week 1 to week 2 that we've got a lot better. Yeah.
Put a couple years going up against Ethan Trent now. Mm-hmm. What is it about him that he's evolved and become a starting caliber guard for this team?
Ethan Trent he's a hard worker. He's a great dude, but he's a hard worker. He was a walk-on. He was in the same class. So since freshman year, I've been going up against him because he played center at first. And I always thought he was great competition. And to finally see him get his shine, he deserves it. So I'm glad to see it. And man, he's a hard worker. He's gonna give it his all every play. I'll trust Ethan Trent, anything.
What did it mean for the team at the end of spring when he got that scholarship? You talk about a guy that deserves it, and it seemed like the team really rallied around him in that moment.
That meant a lot because we see the hard work he puts in, and to see him get that scholarship, that meant everything to the team, everything.
Do you have any way pregame ritual that you get your mind right and get ready to play?
I listen to my music, get zoned in, think of all the negative thoughts I can get. You know what I mean? That's about it.
Who do you listen to?
I listen to, I ain't gonna know these people, but ESTG, it's a Kentucky rapper. I listen to some Chicago drill, which is, G Herbo, Lil Durk, any of them.
Not the Doobie
my bad.
Brothers.
Huh?
Not the Doobie
I
Brothers.
don't, I don't even know who that is. I'm be real.
A lot of people in Kentucky do.
I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't. I didn't know they had rappers in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, it's just now starting. They just now starting to get the recognition. Yeah.
Seemed like the energy and the intensity maybe lulled a little bit in the second quarter, but then came back up. It was pretty consistent across the board. What were the keys for you guys to maintain that? How do you carry that over to this week?
Man, we just tried to like in the halftime, like we just had to keep like stepping on their neck. Like we had to keep reminding them like that scoreboard does not matter. Like you had to keep stepping on their neck. So like we came in, it was like 0-0. You know, don't worry about that scoreboard. It's 0-0. It's like a restart to the game. So man, when you get that going in people's minds, you know, they ready to go.
This is a program that's got a reputation for knocking off FBS schools. I know they knocked a couple off in recent years. And that's got to be on your radar, isn't it?
Oh yeah, gotta be. I mean, you know, we got USC, Notre Dame coming in. You know, this is good competition, but you know, I take my guys over anybody. So I can't wait for those games to come up.